Hey gamers, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to rank my favorite indie games. In the era where the games are more complex, full of DLCs, bugs, and sometimes even incomplete, indie games, for their simplicity and fun, gave me something that most modern games can't give me. Some of these games remind me of the 8 and 16-bit era, where I have no worries in life, where I always play games until I finished, and always went to bed with a smile on my face. So, in this list I decided to exclude Streets of Rage 4 and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Because although Dotemu is an indie company, those games are from Sega and Konami, that aren't indie companies. So, let's start. Venture Kid. Venture Kid is a great platform game inspired by the Mega Man series. Nice gameplay, very charming level design, beautiful soundtrack. The story is also inspired by the Mega Man series. This time an evil doctor is about to build a secret weapon in space, so our time is running out, and our hero, Andy, must fight his way to stop the doctor plans. We play with two main buttons, fire and jump, and the third to switch the weapon. We can update our character, and in the end of each level we gain a new weapon or item. Personally, I love the game, and I think for those who like Mega Man series, and as long as you don't expect something revolutionary, you will have a good time playing this game. Blazing Chrome. As some of you may know, I love Midnight Resistance in my beloved Spectrum, and also in the Sega Mega Drive and in the arcades. That game was the source of my video game passion, and although I played some Contra games, I never find any run and gun game that I love as much as Midnight Resistance. So when I bought this Blazing Chrome, my expectations weren't high, but despite the short leg, it was a great experience that bring me back to the golden age of 2D arcade games. The sharp visuals, addictive gameplay, and the outstanding level design made me play this game non-stop until I finish. It is a hard game, just like Contra games are, but it's great. We can also pick up different weapons, we have a boss fight in the end of each level, the graphics are great, the gameplay and the music are fast. It is a challenging game. We don't really need skills, we just need to know the enemies and the best weapons for each enemies. And for me, and for my personal taste, Blazing Chrome is a near flawless title. Horizon Chase Turbo was another great surprise for me. I love arcade racing games such as Outrun, Virtua Racing, Daytona USA, but when racing games became too realistic, I give up playing them. The same happened to me with soccer games, because I like games that take me away from reality, and the modern racing and football games try to be as realistic as possible, and I don't like that. About this game reminds me of Outrun, a modern Outrun, where we can unlock cars playing in different modes, and I already have 25 hours of the game. The graphics, as you can see, are a little cartoonish, which fits very well in the racing games. So if you like a gorgeous, vibrant racing game that gives us an old school arcade feeling, this game is a perfect game for you. Panzer Paladin. Panzer Paladin is one of the best retro-inspired games released recently, so if you love 8-bit 2D action, you can't miss this one. In some ways, it reminds me of Blaster Master that I love so much. It's not an easy game, but is addictive. We can play inside of the Paladin or on foot. We can pick many different weapons, all with different attributes in strength, range, durability and magic. The level design is great, and the game combines perfectly action with platforms. If someday you wake up wanting to feel a powerful mech rider killing massive demons, Panzer Paladin is a perfect game for you. Record of Lodoss War, another indie game that I fell in love. I love the Castlevania series, and in my opinion, This is the best Castlevania clone ever made. This game is based in the 1988 anime with the same name, and I like the game so much that I went to see the anime. About the game, it's a short game, we finish between 6 and 8 hours, but the story, the music, the gameplay, the level design, this game is almost perfect with no flaws. We have many power-ups, many weapons and secondary weapons. Our character is great with the good voice acting. If you like the Castlevania series and the Castlevania clones, you can't go wrong with this one. Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight was possibly my first indie love. It is today a true classic with the excellent level design, sublime art direction, a memorable soundtrack. It is a tribute to the golden age of platform games. The 8-bit graphics and charming gameplay is great. We can repeat the levels to gain money to buy new armors, and the enemies and the boss fights always have some strategy to win. It's not a boot and smash game. This is one of those games that I find almost impossible to someone not to like. Gunman Clive. I always love Western movies, and Sunset Riders is one of my old favorite arcade games, so I bought this game without hesitation. The first thing that I noticed and fell in love was the graphic art style, that look handmade. As you can see, only a few number of colors are used, and that looks very cool and make the art style unique. About the soundtrack, this game has a very nice music. When I say nice, I mean I put this music in my cell phone and I listened when I go run. I'm not saying it is in my top 10 soundtracks in video games, but it's almost there. Now, the most important, the gameplay. The gameplay is very fun and remind me of the old NES games. The game combines perfectly the action with platforms. Later levels can be challenging, and there is some hard platform parts, but the levels are very short. Some levels we finish in less than a minute, and the game saves automatic in the end of each level. The game cost me only €2, and believe me, it was the best €2 ever spent in my life. The Revenge of the Undead Dragons. This game reminds me a lot of Double Dragon, and like some parts in the old Double Dragon games in the Game Boy and in the NES, we only play in one line. We can't go up or down. The first thing I noticed was the beautiful, impressive, deep and detailed backgrounds. The gameplay is great, all moves are real, and it is a love letter to the old Hong Kong movies. Like many games in this list, it combines very well action with platforms, and I love it so much that me and my son didn't let go the game until we finished. Hunt Down. What can I say about Hunt Down? I made a thoughts and review video about this game, and it is one of my favorite games ever made. This game was a time travel for me. It is a love letter for those like me that love the 80s and the 16-bit graphics. It also has some quotes from movies such as The Terminator, Running Man, Total Recall, Robocop and many more. Even some weapons are taken from the 80s movies, such as the Cobra Assault Canyon from the Robocop or the Gatling gun from the Terminator 2 and the Predator. We have the typical health bar, and to recover some health we need to pick food jars, exactly like the ones in Robocop. The gameplay is great and even better playing in co-op. We can revive our partner when he dies. The bosses are very cool. We have wrestlers, robots, hockey players, war veterans, big snakes, samurais, helicopters, and again, almost all of them are inspired by characters from the 80s, and wrestlers also from the 80s. There are secrets that we must find. We find some Easter eggs from movies. We can find Gizmo from the movie Gremlins or the motorcycle from Akira. Overall, this game gives me all the things that I love from the past in the pixel perfect game. And for me, no doubt, is a 10/10 video game. The Messenger. I love ninjas, ninja games, ninja movies, action figures since I was a kid, and Shinobi is one of my favorite series ever, and I played and finished all the games in that series. In my opinion, The Messenger is the only ninja game that have the same quality of the Shinobi games in the Sega Mega Drive. This game is a great example of the modern old school retro game should be. It is fun to play, challenging but not frustrating, with good graphics and a great soundtrack. Our ninja is a little inexperienced and naive, which gives us excellent moments of good humor. During the game, we buy and unlock new ninja skills, weapons and ninja costumes to help us in our journey. The platform parts and the boss fights are one of the best I ever see in this type of games, and the gameplay is mind-blowing. The Messenger is an excellent action platform game that was able to give me the love of the 8 and 16-bit eras with some fresh and very clever ideas in the mix. I already finished this game 3 times, but I'm sure I'm going to finish more times because it's a beautiful and fun journey to play this game from the beginning to the end. So that's it, those are my favorite indie games. Please let me know in the comments your favorites too. As always, I hope you like this video and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.